recording, so you can look back through this later. But
Well, thank you.
so if you want to use Blender on here, it should be in Workspace and then My Folder and then Blender, and just double click this executable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go ahead and clear everything from the scene. So you just press A until everything's selected, and yeah, on my computer's delete, but I think it's X also works. And we'll do File,
Yes.
Import, OBJ, and we'll go to the meshes folder. So, oops, humanoid robot training data, VGGT, meshes, and we'll just try the lettuce one. And this might take a second because, yeah, we haven't run the new point clouds yet, so these are going to be really high polygon count. But once you have it imported, you'll right click on it to turn it yellow, and then it's upside down, so you'll press tab, and then to rotate it 180 on the y-axis, you'll do R, Y, and type 180. I'll rotate it that way. And press G and Y to move it towards the center of the origin. And now, I think Blender works kind of weird, especially compared to Unity. So the green arrow is actually pointing backwards. So if you're opposite, I think is the forwards direction. So you'll rotate it around the z-axis 180 degrees. So you'll do RZ and then 180. And press tab to get out of edit mode. And that should be in the right spot. So the next thing we'll have to do is setting up the UVs. So first we'll go to the Materials tab and create a new material. We'll go to the Textures tab, click New. Let me see real quick. When you import the texture, it has to be the same name as the OBJ essentially. So in the lettuce folder, we imported 1.obj, so it's going to be 1.jpg or 1.png in the lettuce. So we'll do open.
Okay.
We'll go back to VG or humanoid robot training data, and it should be image processing, VGGT images, and then it was lettuce and 1.jpg. So now to preview the image, we should be able to go into texture mode, I think. Yeah.
So where did you get to texture mode?
So down here, it should start off
Okay.
in solid mode, but you click it and go into texture mode.
Alright.
So now we're going to split the view, so we're going to right click on the edge right here, do split area, drag it out and left click, and you'll have two windows. So next you'll click here, go to UV image editor, and you'll click this button and switch to 1.jpg, and that'll show the lettuce texture. So now we're going to want to rotate our view until it's vaguely square shaped. So the original image was square shaped, and you might need to like zoom in or zoom out because of perspective. But then when you have it in a good shape, you'll press tab, make sure everything's selected. You can press A until everything's selected, and press U, and then do project from view bounds. And that will basically copy its projection onto the UV map.
Okay.
So if you press tab again, it should show it on the object now. So if you need to make adjustments to the UV, you can press tab again, and then in the UV image editor, press A. You can press G to move it around or S to scale. It's going to be impractical to try and change it with this many vertices because you can see everything's orange. Like there's just way too many vertices. I don't know if you can see it on your end, but
Yeah, I can see it.
next part, I'm not going to do this completely because there's just way too many vertices. But you'll get rid of the white parts. So you'll press A to deselect everything. And you can press C to do the circle select tool, and you can scroll up or down to make it bigger or smaller. When you left click and drag, it selects vertices. I would actually go into face select mode. You can right click to get out of circle mode. Click on face select instead of vertices select. And you can press C, and now you should be able to just select faces now. So we'll essentially just want to cut out all the white parts or parts of the background so that just the crop remains. So when you're done, right click to get out of circle select and just do delete faces. And I don't know why there's still some remaining, but I'll go ahead and try it again. I think there's just so many vertices, it's just causing issues. Yeah, there's just too many vertices, I think, for this one. But essentially, you'll cut out those white parts and do delete. And then when you're finished, you'll do File, Export, OBJ, and you'll want to save it in, I think it's Farm Simulator Blender, and then Output. And you'll have to create folders, but once you do, you'll save it in one of these folders. So this would be lettuce, and you save it as a 1.obj.
Okay. And I can just make one if it's not on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's essentially how to create it in Blender. I think I already recorded how to make it in Unity, so I'll go ahead and stop the recording right here.
Alright.